Alright, you are thinking about diving into this whole digital products world and you are ready to find the perfect marketplace to sell your stuff. I bet you want to know about more than just the big names too, right? And what's wild is just how fast this whole landscape is changing. I have made my research on marketplaces for digital products, all kinds, from the massive ones to the ones you probably haven't even heard of. Okay, let's unpack this. I think before we get too far, we should make sure everyone is on the same page. What we are even talking about when we say digital products. It's actually a lot broader than a lot of people realize. Basically, anything you create once and can sell online without having to make more of it physically. No shipping, no manufacturing, ebooks, templates, online courses, digital assets, stock photos, digital art. All that falls under the digital product umbrella. Okay, so that's where the whole passive income idea comes from. Create it once and sell forever. Sounds pretty good? It does have that appeal, doesn't it? And that's the part of why this market is just exploding. But the reality is that passive income takes work up front. And standing out in a marketplace that's getting more crowded every day is a challenge. So let's get into those marketplaces. We will start with ones everyone knows. The giants like Amazon, Etsy, massive marketplaces with just huge reach. And they are giants for a reason. Easy to get started. Buyers know them already. And that size means there is a massive potential audience for whatever you are selling. But that must also mean there is a lot of competition too. How does a smaller creator even stand a chance on a site like that? That's where finding the right marketplace for what you are selling is so important. So, for example, you make handcrafted items. That might do great on Etsy with its focus on unique handmade stuff. Etsy is great if you want to sell templates, downloadable graphic designs, or even PLR products. It's also great if you are a newbie. The learning curve for this marketplace is short, allowing you to make a profit almost immediately. But on Amazon, you might get lost among a sea of the products where people are simply looking for the cheapest option. Starting here is quite challenging. With a massive marketplace, you face significant competition. Whether you enter Merch by Amazon, a print-on-demand service of Amazon, or try to sell notebooks through Amazon KDP, success is difficult to achieve. Nothing for beginners. As you can see, even with these huge platforms, you got to find the right fit. What about when you want to get away from all that crazy competition altogether? Are there smaller, more niche marketplaces out there? Absolutely. And honestly, a lot of people sleep on these, but they can be total gold mines if you've got the right product. Places like Gumroad and Creative Market and Creative Fabrica, and they are dedicated to special kinds of creators and buyers. What makes them stand out? Well, Gumroad is really popular with creators who want to sell directly to their audience. So with Gumroad, you cut out the middleman as much as possible. Ebooks, music software, memberships, those kinds of things often do really well there. Creative Market and Creative Fabrica, on the other hand, are all about design assets. We are talking about fonts, icons, clip art, or even editable Canva templates. There are all kinds of products that people are buying here. Honestly, as a graphic designer, I use Creative Fabrica all the time to find unique fonts for my design projects. The issue with these marketplaces is that they do not allow everyone to join as a seller. They review your design portfolio and they decide if you can sell there. And even as an Etsy star seller, I have been denied twice by Creative Fabrica, so they are quite picky. But if you are accepted, these are one of the best places to sell your graphic assets. So these marketplaces are more specialized. Does that mean the audiences are smaller overall. It can. But the good part is that the people on these sites are highly targeted. They are already interested in that specific kind of product. They are more likely to buy what you are selling. So it's a smaller pond. And the customers that are there are already hungry for what you are got. I hope you like that analogy. Now, what about finding those marketplaces that people might not even know about, but that still get a tons of traffic? Let's look at some of these platforms, starting with Patternbank. I'm sure you haven't heard of that one. And what they do, they are specialized in seamless patterns. You know, all those repeating designs on fabric, wallpaper, backgrounds, that's Patternbank. They get about 90,000 visits every month, which is not bad. That's a decent amount of people for a niche site. What makes them stand out? Their visualization tool is really cool. It lets customers to see how a pattern would actually look on a product. This simply helps them imagine the end result. Plus, their social media game is strong. Over 130,000 followers on Instagram. So they are actively promoting their creators, which is always a good thing. So if you are someone who loves designs and is good in designing patterns, this could be a real opportunity to tap into a dedicated market. Now let's switch gears to a platform that's all about icons. The Noun Project. Yes, there is a marketplace for just icons and it's thriving. The Noun Project focuses in vector icons. Those are super important for digital products because they can be scaled to any size without getting blurry. They will still look crisp. They are kind of like the building blocks of online visuals. So if you got those graphic design skills and can make vector icons, there is a massive audience waiting to buy them. Another website I want to talk about is called Freepik. It's a prominent online platform that serves as an image bank and stock image repository, providing a wide variety of graphic resources including photographs, illustrations, vectors, and PSD files. The interesting about this website is that users can access most of the assets for free, but with some limitations. However, with the premium plans, you get unlimited downloads and an exclusive content. The premium subscription also eliminates the need for attribution when using the assets. And this is also how you can make money. You get money per each paid download. I tested this website while experimenting with AI-generated photos, and it works. I uploaded about 150 photos and earned approximately €8 for that effort. This website focuses on quantity. The more you upload, the more chances you have to make money. Another website I want to talk about is similar to Freepik. It's called Vecteezy. They specialize in vector designs and stock images. The interesting thing is that a lot of their downloads are actually free, but contributors can get paid per download. So, same model as with Freepik. In fact, you are not selling individual files at a high price, but the volume can really add up. It is again more about quantity than just one-off sales. The incredible thing about this is that both websites receive tens of millions of visitors each month, and they are active on social media, good at promoting their contributors, which is always a plus. So, if you've got a library of vector designs or stock images, Vecteezy and Freepik could be a good way to bring in some income without having to hustle for each individual sale. Another site I want to mention is similar to Creative Fabrica and Creative Market. There is a site called DesignCuts. It's a super popular with people who use Procreate, which is an illustration app. While DesignCuts is like a marketplace, especially for things that work with Procreate, you can find here assets for Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, or Affinity. I'm talking about brushes, templates, textures, all kinds of assets that artists would love. While this website does not receive as much traffic as the marketplaces I mentioned, it still attracts around 500,000 visitors each month. But remember, it's super targeted audience. So, if you make Procreate assets, you are reaching the exact people who want to buy them. So, these are marketplaces you should know. I highly recommend to start with one and go all in. I'm talking about taking 3 to 6 months to decide on one marketplace to upload all your assets. Alternatively, you can take advantage of the non-exclusive licenses that most of these marketplaces offer, allowing you to upload the same asset to multiple marketplaces. The choice is yours. I like the first approach. So, I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please use the comment section and I will try to reply.